What's up, guys? Today we're going to be going over another brand new top 10. This one's going to be a little different. This is going to be the top 10 zombies controversies. So yeah, drama alert nation, now over, fuck you subscribers. So basically this list is going to be covering Easter egg controversies, mostly circulating around who's first in the world, glitches, whatever, right? So we're just gonna get right into it. And by the way, this video is sponsored by my long-awaited haircut. So coming down into the number 10 spot, this map can't do anything right. This is the Tortured Path. Now you guys probably have no clue what this is unless you were really around for World War II. The only way I heard of it is through like whispers amongst the community and amongst people that I talked to that did play World War II. So basically, if you're not aware of this, basically what happened is that the Easter egg, you get the trophy when you get the Sword of Barbarossa, right? So basically, people thought that that was it. But then Cameron Dayton, the obnoxious motherfucker he is, basically went on and he's like, oh, you guys, there's still a cutscene. There's still a cutscene. So what initially people thought is like, oh, you just got to finish the 10 rounds or whatever, right? What ended up happening is you have to complete the Easter egg on all 3 maps in a public lobby. What the fuck? Oh my god. So let me explain. I guess I didn't really start by telling you guys how I'm ranking these. Basically, it's how much of a impact it had on the community. So I'm taking into account things like Treyarch versus non-Treyarch. Obviously, you have more eyes on Treyarch games, so they're going to be higher on the list. But if it's a larger creator on a smaller game, like let's say I don't know, Mr. Raffle Waffles, something he did on World War II, not something that he actually did, but it would still be higher than something like I don't know, some bullshit happened on a Treyarch game. Does that make sense? I'm not really entirely sure, but I am going to be ranking these based on DJ Vaughn's. So how much of a DJ Vaughn moment was this controversy, right? So I'm going to give The Tortured Path a one single DJ Vaughn. So coming down into the number 9 spot, this is Noah J getting DDoSed on Shaolin Shuffle. Now, he would have been first in the world if he just grabbed the soul key, but he didn't. You don't get the achievement until you get the soul key. So he thought he did get the achievement, but it ended up being for something else. So he got DDoSed, and then it ended up being someone else. So he felt it was a little unfair that he should have been first in the world. Obviously, it's not that big of a deal. Like, you have, like, Noah, you have like 10,000 other firsts in the worlds, dude. Let someone else have a chance. It's like Redeem crying about not being world's first for a Destiny raid. Shut up. All right, you already have like 5 of them. So Noah J comes in at the number 9 spot with a total of 3.5 DJ Vaughns. Coming down into the number 8 spot, this is Dead of the Night, the world's first Dead of the Night Easter egg. So basically, if you guys don't know what happened, at the launch of Black Ops 4, there was this guy, he got fired from Treyarch, and he basically released everything. He released every Easter egg that we haven't discovered yet. He released all the information. He knew about the Nuketown map, he knew about Alpha Omega, he knew about the Mansion map, which is Dead of the Night. He knew about everything. So it ended up just being a huge fuck you on the community. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're talking about probably the least effective shockwave that this had on the community. In Dead of the Night, people were not only did you have Milo's team basically being told the steps for the Easter egg from the leaker, you also had Glitching Queen glitch her way and her team's way to be first in the world. Now, I believe she disregarded her achievement as first in the world, so she doesn't acknowledge the fact, she doesn't believe that she is first in the world. But still, it's like the fact that this even happened, it could have been very avoidable. And there's not really one person to blame on this. It was just a whole mess, and we were just seeing the aftershocks of this just huge explosion on the community. So this comes in at number 8, and I'm giving it 4 DJ Vons. So coming in at the number 7 spot, this is Mr. Delic JD and his team. So Noah, Chucky, that whole team being first in the world for Final Reich. Now, if you go on YouTube today and you look up Final Reich, first in the world, no one, there's nothing there. You might have to scroll down a few pages to even find. For most cases, if you look up first in the world for blank map, you'll find in the first 5 results, you'll find the actual people being first in the world, right? Basically, what happened is that the Easter eggs were enabled before World War II came out. This was like a couple hours before the midnight release of World War II. So they solved the Easter egg before most people could get their hands on it, and of course it was them because they get early copies. So of course it was them and not some random schmuck from Dubai, right? So it was really salt in the wound. It would have been fine if like, oh, sorry guys, I'm Mr. Dollar JD. I'm sorry for being first in the world, but he was bragging about it. He was bragging about the fact he was first in the world. Like, how arrogant can you be? It still proves my point. Name one good British YouTuber. Like, exactly, right? So, basically, this comes in at the number 7 spot, and I'm giving it 5.25 DJ Vons. Coming into the number 6 spot, we have the Beasts from Beyond, Mephistopheles, and normal boss fights. So basically, if you guys don't know what happened, the first in the worlds for these boss fights use a Purify glitch. So basically, there's a Fate and Fortune card. It's called Purify, and it heals you, right? Well, there's a glitch you can do, or you could do. I don't think you can do it anymore, as far as I know. That would basically give you infinite health. It's like, does that make sense? It constantly heals you, no matter what. So basically, what happened is that they used this glitch to be first in the world for Beasts from Beyond and also Mephistopheles. So although there's no achievement for Mephistopheles, it's still like, really, dude? Really? Like, I believe that if you use a glitch, like, you can't really say you love the Mephistopheles boss fight if you use that glitch. You have to beat it legit. I've beaten it legit many times. Whew, it's fun as fuck. Like, I really don't like this incentive to cheat in the zombies community. Like, you can cheat. Like, right now, Black Ops 3, there's so many fucking glitches you can do that it will never be patched. Why care about that? Because it's a game. Because there's not really a community incentive to play the games. Obviously, you love to play it. Go ahead and play it. But for a game that is current, for a game that just came out, cheating is just probably one of the most scummy things you can do. Like, imagine in the Last Wish raid, someone knew how to do Riven and knew that the Riven cheese existed, so they just blew through that thing in like 30 seconds instead of spending 5 hours like every other team trying to do it legitimately. Like, does that make sense? Does that make like a good analogy? You guys get what I mean? Using a glitch and then claiming you're first in the world. Yeah, that's a common theme in this list. So this is coming in at the number 6 spot, and I give it 6 DJ Vons. Coming into the number 5 spot, this is the World War II flamethrower glitch. So basically, if you're like me and you just dropped off World War II, in the Frozen Dawn, basically before they patched it, you could burn through the fucking God King boss fight with a flamethrower in like 5 seconds. Obviously, there's other glitches that you can do to do it, but the fact that someone was first in the world and they used the flamethrower. I don't even think they used it knowingly. Like, they didn't even know that they just brought it into the boss fight, and they ended up killing it. So, uh, like, I'm not really sure who to blame on this one. There's not really like one finger you can point at. I would put the blame more on Sledgehammer, really, for the incompetence, because I just did the King Fall boss. I just did the King Fall Easter egg, like for the first time a week ago. It's so bad. That boss fight is literal horseshit, dude. It's so glitchy. To this day, it is so insanely glitchy. Like, what the fuck, Sledgehammer? How can you accept that? That's so bad, dude. So, yeah, coming in at the number 5 spot, it's getting 6.5 DJ Vons. Coming into the number 4 spot, this is a sequel. As you guys know, sequels, more likely than not, are worse than their originals. So, the sequel to the Unpunk Ancient Evil controversy. So this is Unpunk's Tagged or Toten. So basically, if you guys don't know what happened, this lunatic thought he got so salty over people stealing his footage for an in-game cutscene. He cut the stream the second he finished the boss fight. I don't even know what to call it. The last step of the Easter egg, right? The second that cutscene started, he fuck you'd the stream. So basically, Lamau, get fucked. It's a cutscene everyone will see. Why care about it? And I'm gonna say this for when I talk about the Ancient Evil one. And probably what makes this really funny to me, is not the actual what he did himself. Uh, it's Quachi saying no spoilers, and that becoming a meme in the community. That's so funny. Like, I'm like, every time I hear his voice in that, like, like, I remember me and my buddy were about to enter the boss fight, and we just saw the first completion roll through in the first cutscene. And then I crashed. My buddy, because he was host, saw the whole cutscene, but I crashed. So I'm like, fuck you, I'm watching the whole cutscene. I get Unpunk's video, whatever, and then I hear Quachi say, no spoilers! And I didn't even know it was him at first. I just laughed so hard because I'm like, that has to be Quachi. And my buddy Ari was in the party as well. He's like, what the fuck is that? That has to be him. So I just think that just Quachi, that just made it so much funnier. Um, like, I don't even care about Unpunk's retardation. Like, whatever. Number 3.
No spoilers. I'm begging you guys.
Oh, I am.
So basically, oh yeah, and I forgot to give the score. So that gives 7.5 DJ Vons. So moving on to the number 3 spot, the original Unpunk getting fucking mad at, who was it? The Walkthrough King? Who was it? Yeah, the Walkthrough King. Like, he copyright striked a cutscene in a video game. Like, dude, that's not yours. That's not your cutscene. That is Treyarch's cutscene. If anyone has the right to copyright claim anything, it's Treyarch. Now, that would be a complete shitstorm on its own. So you're lucky you're not Treyarch. You're just some guy that's salty about nothing. So basically, what he did, Unpunk was first in the world for Ancient Evil, and someone used his cutscene footage for his own and posted it on his own. Like, I'm not even sure if there was a watermark. I'm gonna have to go back and check. But how would you have known? How would you have known it was yours? Like, what the fuck? What if that guy also completed the Easter egg shortly after you? Like, really? So, it's just a whole, like, stupid thing. And this was, like this was an Ancient Evil. This is when I kind of got back into Black Ops 4 Zombies. I really liked the launch. Dead of Night was kind of like a... And then Ancient Evil, I'm like, oh, I really like this game again, right? So, yeah, Ancient Evil. It's the OG, so I have to give it 8.5 DJ Vons. So that comes in at the number 3 spot. Coming in at the number 2 spot, the OG controversy, the Garad Crowley first in the world. Now, if you are a member of the Zombies community, and you say someone other than JC Backfire and his team were first in the world, you must be executed immediately because you are incorrect. Basically, what happened is that the actual first in the world, whatever, dude, the actual first in the world people used an undead man walking glitch. Basically, it made that gobblegum last forever, or infinitely, or much longer than it should have, and it made the zombies slow. They had a huge advantage over everyone else, right? Because they did that glitch. And to rub salt in the wound, it's bad enough that they did a glitch. They also were screaming and talking over the cutscene. That's
Oh my fucking god!
Oh, be careful, be careful, be careful. Be careful.
it's like one of the rules of being first in the world. Like, acknowledge you're first, get excited for like half a second, and then everyone. Like, it's not hard, right? Like, celebrate afterwards. It's what I did in Blood of the Dead because we thought we were first until I was told that. I was like, no, we're third actually. Like, so I was like, so when I did Blood of the Dead, like it's just common etiquette that if you think you're first in the world or something, shut up. So anyways, the Garage Crovey Easter egg, JC Backfire was first. You're wrong if you say otherwise.
We did it! It is done. Oh my goodness, we did it!
Number 2, and I give it a 9
shit, guys!
Oh,
Why is it black screen?
to be continued?
What the fuck is
What? Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa.
What the fuck?
And coming down into the number 1 spot, we have the classified cutscene glitch. So basically, if you guys don't know, these people did a custom mutations glitch to get to you round 150 very quickly to get the cutscene. Because that was when that leaks, all those leaks dropped, you were like, oh, you have to get around 150 to get the cutscene, right? So basically, these 3 guys, these 3 cunts, they went to round 150 and then claimed they were first in the world. Like, again, I understand the game was so buggy you had to do it, but don't claim you're first in the world and get all excited about it and then plaster your watermarks all over the place. Side note, fuck whoever started watermarks in the zombies community. You're a fucking jackass, dude. You're not cool. Like, so then they claimed they were first in the world and they got really excited, and then basically it was like the cherry on top of the Black Ops 4 hate train, right? Like, I think this is like really was the final nail in the coffin for people that were on the fence, like, oh, you know, maybe you just gotta wait and see, man. Black Ops 4 ain't that bad. Classified cutscene drops. Anyways, Classified comes in at the number 1 spot with 10 DJ Vons. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is a little bit of a different video. Again, this was really more of a personal opinion. Like, I know most of these top 10 lists that you see are mostly subjective, right? But I think this is the most objective. Like, you can't really say one controversy is better than another. Like, you kind of can. You can kind of put them in a tier list. Like, obviously, you know what, JD DOS is far less significant than the classified glitch, right? So, I don't know. It was kind of hard deciding and how I wanted to rank this. So, that's going to be it for today's video. Bye.